Welcome everyone to day one of the Borneo Sevens, coming to you live from Sandakan, the state of Sabah in Malaysia, home of Eagles Rugby Club. We're back after 3 years in the COVID wilderness with 2.5 days of men's and women's rugby from 16 teams from around the world. I'm Jason Bray. I'm your host for this weekend, probably joined by many people as well, inviting you to sit back, relax and enjoy the greenest sevens in world rugby, the Borneo Sevens. You see the weather there, it's a very typical kind of Borneo weather you're looking at. 30 degrees, a very humid 30 degrees with a 13 degrees wind gust. Now that's coming from your right to the left of the screen and most definitely favour teams running in that direction and particularly kicking in that direction. I'm Jason Bray. As I said, I'm a commentator. I will be joined by many other people during the weekend. It's a long haul, it's a great haul, and we are very much excited about what you're going to see over this weekend. You can see a mixture of clubs, as I said, from all around the world. Alright, so as I said, you're going to see teams from as far as wide as Uzbekistan, as Kazakhstan. They're going to be coming across, so if you're there, it's about mid-morning. A warm welcome to you all who are sitting up to watch this, maybe during work, maybe during your breakfast. People from, of course, New Zealand, Australia, it'd be probably late evening over there, so you're most welcome. You'll see your girls strut their stuff. We've got girls as far as India who have come away, come in this direction. Again, you're going to see some wonderful stuff from these girls. And then, of course, we've got the local teams. We're very excited about the local teams who have made their way here. For them, this is a big deal. They're coming to one of their local parks to see international teams play and to play against them as well. Many of them have never had a chance to play against New Zealand teams or Australian teams, and now they've got the opportunity to really see where it's all at and to test their skills and abilities, as well as to fellowship afterwards, after the games, and get to meet each other and be part of the worldwide rugby community. It really is an exciting day, and particularly after so long out with the COVID virus, bring everything to shut down, that they'll be able to come and bring this great tournament back. The tournament's going for many years now. It's been extremely successful. It's one of the best on the circuit here in Asia. And to have this back and to bring Malaysia rugby and to bring these teams from around the world is truly wonderful for everyone involved. So as you can see, the weather here is beautiful. It's a beautiful scene day. It's a great day for watching rugby. The sun is shining, the blue sky is above us, but it is warm, and it's going to be a real challenge for a lot of these teams who have come from places like Australia, places like New Zealand, won't be used to the humidity, won't be used to the kind of sapping that does from players. When you get out there on the field and you're running around, you begin to drip and it will take it out of you. That will give the local guys something to work with. That will give them some slight advantages. But they will have to try to use that to their advantage, and the other teams, well, they're going to have to just drink a lot of water. You will see a lot of water being thrown around on the field every day out there by all these teams, particularly those who are visiting. I think on screen there, the Australian girls who have come, and as well as you'll see a mixture of teams as well. So the Borneo Eagles have a lot of New Zealand content as far as coaching and captaining, and they're going to bring something special to each game they play as well. And as you see, their leadership and their influence in Borneo rugby. So well done, New Zealand, for continuing to contribute to world rugby here in Malaysia and here in Borneo. So we'll have 8 games this afternoon. We'll have several women's games. Our first 4 games will be our women's games. The first game is going to be a really interesting matchup. It's Kazakhstan versus Labuan, followed by Rugby India versus the Briars Women Rugby. That's from Australia. Singapore Development. Now, Singapore brought 2 development teams, both men and women's, and they will be the women will be playing first up against the Convent Jaguars. Sorry about that, Dragons. Jaguars. Uzbekistan will have their first run against the Eagles, New Zealand Sevens, and that'll be a tough ask. But again, this is what it's all about: exposure, getting out there, giving it a go against the best. Uzbekistan men will then play Singapore Development, and the local team, the SSTM Tsunami, I believe they're from Johor Bahru. They'll play Hong Kong, China, and the Royal Town Warriors will play All for One. Royal Town Warriors are another Malaysian team, and All for One is the only Thai team here. So that's a little bit of a local rivalry there between the two neighbouring countries. So we've got Kazakhstan and Labuan warming up on the sidelines. You can see them there. Very nervous, very excited. The first game is always an exciting prospect for everyone involved. Also the official, we can't forget that we've got a great deal of great contribution from officials who are here to oversee this event. So they'll be a little bit, everyone's on edge in that first game, but we know that as things warm out, they look a bit relaxed now, don't they? As they head out towards the field, you'll be see them focusing on the job, getting into it, and really beginning to disrupt their stuff, which is what Sevens is rugby. Sevens rugby is entertaining. It's all about the running of the ball, the skills, the pace, the fastness of the game. They celebrate really why so many people love this game of rugby. Particularly the passes, the skills, and everything else that goes with Sevens. And the girls should be making their way to the field very, very soon. So there it is there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, to give you a bit of an idea who Labuan are all about, Labuan Vipers. Labuan is a peninsula that kind of sticks out the side of northern Borneo. It's a small little place, but it's a powerful little place, and it's right near Brunei. And you can see that the girls there are super pumped. They're super excited. There they are, showing us what they got. They're ready to go. They have come quite a long way. It's a bit of a distance between here and Labuan, even though it's on the same island. Borneo is a big island. Google it and have a look. So the Labuan girls have come a little way, not as long a way as Kazakhstan, but they've made the track, and they're super excited. You can see how excited they are, enjoying themselves in front of the camera, playing up to it, and really embracing the spirit of rugby. So they're getting in there, they're getting pumped and ready to go. And just to clarify, Kazakhstan are in the aqua blue. I think that's aqua blue. It's a kind of bluish, isn't it? And the Labuan girls are there in the multicoloured shirts. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Kazakhstan Rugby versus Labuan Vipers. as they make their way onto the field. Very excited, our first two teams. They're loving it, they're in the spirit of it. I hope you are too at home as you see them come racing out. Kazakhstan girls, as you can see, they've got probably a little bit of a size advantage over our Labuan girls, but there's no restriction when it comes to the size of your heart, and that's what Labuan will be wanting to come here and demonstrate for us today. So Kazakhstan have had a very successful run recently in Asia Rugby. They are been very successful, having a great deal of winning on the circuit, and they will be hard to beat. They will be contenders in this tournament, one would think. And Labuan, well, they'll be digging deep, that's for sure. As they assemble themselves for the ceremony.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our first game of the day is about to commence. We have Kazakhstan Rugby in their turquoise blue jerseys, who will play against the Labuan Vipers, who are in their blue and white jerseys and black shorts. To officiate today's game, we have Mr. Bela Tan and the match officials. To start proceedings.
So there he is, ladies and gentlemen. The brains trust behind this wonderful tournament, giving the girls a lot of encouragement, thanking them for coming across and getting us started. All right, we're underway. So Kazakhstan running into the wind. Labuan have it at their back, and you can see already the way the wind has turned that ball around and really given Labuan a chance to get on the front foot very early. They're going to have to, all teams are going to have to watch that. That's going to be something they're going to have to really work at, because you can see that the ball went up, wind caught hold of it and brought it right back again. All right, so first chance to get things rolling with Labuan, the Vipers. Just looking around. Need to get some numbers in there pretty quick. And they didn't, and Kazakhstan got the ball. And they'll go on the attack immediately. Doing a quick run round. Created the overlap. Stretching her legs, going for the line, and she looks like she'll get there. So the first try of the tournament goes to Kazakhstan. It was a simple run-round move. They simply wrapped around each other, found the winger unmarked, and it was just letting those big long legs get her all the way to the try line. So that's a good start for them. Labuan is going to have their work cut out for them, because they look very, very polished, and they look very professional out there right now, the girls in blue. And let's see how we go with this kick. Yeah, and then you've got the kick. So it's a 7-0 lead to Kazakhstan in the first minutes of this game. All right, so let's see if they get the kick a bit further this time. Yes, they do. Well taken. Trying to get outside now. Some more numbers around the ball this time. Oh, gee, it's quick on. It's quick on. Going to let that ball go really quick, or they're going to get you, these refs. So they're going to go out this side. Oh, yeah, that was an obstruction there. So a break for Labuan. Just didn't quite get their timing right there, Kazakhstan. Player came through. It was supposed to be a dummy runner, but instead turned out to be an obstruction. So Labuan's chance once again. They've got to make sure they get players around that ball. As soon as it hits the ground, ball's gone down, and immediately Kazakhstan go on the counter. So they'll come back this way again to see if they have better luck. Coming through, breaking through tackles. Numbers out wide if they can get it there. And no, it's a forward pass. So well done, Labuan, getting up. Good defence there. It looked like they were going to strip them that side, but instead got up in their face and they wrapped her up and caused the forward pass. So that was good work. Take a look at this again. Yes, you can see that. Yeah, just they did really well to cling on there, and that was just the Kazakhstan girls just held it a tad too long. That was the captain there, Linamir Shira, who just held on the ball just a tad too long, couldn't get it out, and Labuan have another chance here. Alright, so what do they got? Big push there by Kazakhstan, but it's illegal, and Labuan got the ball again. Let's hope that they can hold this ball and get some phases going and start showing us what they got in attack. They'll go wide immediately by the looks of things. They'll use that wind, boot it downfield. Here they come. Oh, missed tackle. Here goes Kazakhstan now. They're on the counter, but the ball is spilled forward. And he'll be playing advantage. No, he won't be. So he'll nick down. So the kick is a tactic that is used by many teams in Asia, particularly when there's a size problem like there is in this game. They'll boot it downfield and the smaller players run through. It's a very effective tactic I've noticed in many years of watching Asian rugby. Just whack it on the boot, particularly when they've got the wind like they do now, and push it. And this side, this time it did work. They did force the mistake and they did get the ball back. So again, it's a tactic that works well. Also, I wonder if there was an offside there, but anyway. Players just taking a break. It's still very humid out there. The Labuan girls will be very used to this weather. Kazakhstan, maybe not so. It's only a 7-point game at the moment. So it must be said that Kazakhstan has had the territorial advantage. They've had the ball. They've probably had the better opportunities. But Labuan's hanging in there, and this is a source of concern here now for the medics. Take a look at this again. You just see the scrum comes through, and they spin it around, and the ref's not happy with that. That gives Labuan a chance to clear this ball and put some pressure on. So look, they're hanging in there, and they're hanging in there well. We've just got this unfortunate incident in front of us, an injury, which is unfortunate part of the game, but we all know it is part of the game. And hopefully this young lady can get the attention she needs. Here we see again the scrum that resulted in the penalty. And there, you see the injured player, just very ginger, finding it hard to get up. And hopefully all goes well with her, and their thoughts and prayers go to her and her family at this moment. The fact that she got up is a positive sign, but all precautions must be taken in a situation like this. I think Kazakhstan will be having a bit of a word. I think they'll be wanting to pick up their intensity in this. I've got a minute, just under 2 minutes till the half-time break. I think they'll talk about picking up the intensity. They've had half breaks, they've had opportunities, just a little bit sloppy, not really showing probably the application that they would want. Labuan will be chatting about how they need to try to get their hands on the ball and find their way into the other half of the field and into a try scoring opportunity. They've had a couple of mistakes of their own, just been a little bit too sloppy. That has not given them the opportunities. Their inability to get more phase ball, their inability to recycle, has just put them on the back foot a little bit. But they're hanging in there, and they've got every chance. It's only a 7-point ball game. So let's take this opportunity to think about the sponsors of this. You can see a couple of the banners there in the background. KLK, IJM Land, Lunison, CombiMed, Boom Energy Drinks. All these sponsors are extremely important this year. You know, it's been tough this year to get sponsors. As we see another try there, we see the first try get scored. It's been a tough year for getting sponsors because of COVID and all that stuff, getting teams, getting these international tournaments up and going. So we really do need to acknowledge those sponsors who have really come on board this year to get this up and going. It hasn't been easy, and their input has been appreciated, as well as the government sponsors, the people who make it possible on the local front. Sabah Sports Body, the Sabah Rugby Union, and Sandakan City Council all played a really important part in getting this up and going this year. So big thanks to these groups and these organisations and businesses who make it possible coming out of these COVID times where money is, you know, pretty tight. So there we go. A scene that you don't want to see at a rugby game, but unfortunately it does happen. And as I said previously, we just really hope that all goes well for this young lady, and that she has a full recovery from injury, and that everything goes out well for her and her family. And well done to the medics for their attention to detail and care that they just displayed. And so down we'll go to get this ball out, and hopefully give Labuan a chance to show us where they got with the ball. Yeah, very, very good scrumming. They got the ball out really quickly. So they're looking for an overlap here. The cover has come across reasonably well, but there's still chance opportunity there. Steps inside. Plenty of blue jerseys there to do something about it. The referee has once again pinged them for holding, not letting go of the ball, and an opportunity is being lost. But no, opportunity is being lost because they were inside the 10, so another chance. So a referee's pulling out a yellow card here for a professional foul. Inside the 10. And so this is a great opportunity to extend this lead right before half-time. And there it is. So the opportunity presents itself, and Kazakhstan take it. Just a matter of looking for the gap. The downer player, Labuan, and they just had to figure out where that gap was. They found it, and another try is being put on. So that's now a 12-point lead with the kick to come. And that is now a 14-point lead. So Kazakhstan kind of now really polishing up their act and beginning to put some more points on the board, showing their kind of authority in this game. Labuan just need to hold on to that ball and really get players in around in the breakdown, because that's where they're getting pinged. That's where this try came from, both the not letting go of the ball and also just being inside the 10, and so that really just opened things up nicely for Kazakhstan to put on their second try. So here we go. Ball should go backwards. I think it went backwards. So it's playing on the ball. That's better. Now the ball's got out the back. Running into gaps, looking to offload, but not quick enough. Not going, sealing off, I think. So quick tap, and off they go. There's no one in front. They go under the post. They score their third try right on the half-time bell. So just need to work a little bit on getting set when the penalty's given, because Kazakhstan have done good work just taking that quick tap and finding the fence. A little bit disarray. Something for the girls, club on to talk about at half-time. And so now it's 21-0 as we go into the half-time break for the girls to get much needed water. Right, second half is underway now. Labon kicking off. Wipers now going down to Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan immediately going to go on the front foot here. Going to start going a little bit wider, a little bit sooner. Great tackle, taken to ground. Taken in again. Oh, they're going down the blind. That's a good little trick play down there. And it looks like it's going to work dividends. It looks like they're going to go all the way here. So within the first couple of minutes already, Kazakhstan has put on their fourth try. And they will go right underneath the posts to put it down. So that was just nice work there. Just they went wide early. They spread the lub on attack, and then instead of coming back the other way, they caught them on the short side. And they're going to, I dare say, the way they've been kicking the ball recently, it'll be 28-0 in a matter of seconds. Oh, hits the post and goes over. So that's a quick strike from Kazakhstan. They would have been talking about intensity. They would have been talking about being a little bit more efficient with the ball. At half-time, they certainly dominated that first half, but you just feel that they've got a couple more gears they want to go through. Looks like they've made some changes out there. They've bring some new players on, so here's their chance to impress their coach. Okay, kicking into the wind, so that's something a little different. No, kicking with the wind, sorry. Spills back. I have to get numbers back because here comes Kazakhstan. I don't think that player had the ball. Nonetheless, the referees let it go. I thought a player got taken without the ball, but nonetheless, the game goes on. Gone into contact. Plenty of numbers there. But the referee has seen that it has gone to Labon. So Labon's going to take this, immediately try to see what they can do with the ball. So that's nice. Knocked forward, but taken again by Labon. Ball's come back again. They're going to spread it. The ball's going on the ground. There's an opportunity for Kazakhstan, but the referee has called it back. He's playing advantage. It's a knock on. So, he's gone all the way back to that knock on. You might remember the offload came off the shoulder of Kazakhstan, so Labuan will take the ball. Pack the scrum. So you can expect a big push here from the girls in blue. Labuan just need to get this ball in and out as quickly as they possibly can. Yeah, there's the big push, and they won against the head. They immediately go wide. There's a real opportunity here. So it's one-on-one. It's going to be size and pace that'll make the difference there. Just those long legs. Just doing the business and getting over there and scoring the try against the smaller opponent. Just strip them for numbers, strip them for pace. So we have a tougher kick. You just see that Kazakhstan have come out with a little bit more determination, just a little bit more focus. Really, they look a little bit more polished, a little bit more succinct with the ball. And that's the first miss of the day. So their kicking has been very good, actually. It's been very good up to this point. You see the scrum push, and then it was just a matter of getting it out one-on-one, and you can just see it's just the size advantage, really. Just pure pace to burn. Kazakhstan said are very good. They've done very well in the Asian Championships recently, and so this is not totally unexpected. For those who've been watching Asian Rugby know that these girls have been doing very well. And that's gone on the ground again. That's giving Kazakhstan another chance. That's good defence coming up quickly. That's what they need to do. That's good as well. That's really good. Putting some pressure on. And just that missed tackle there. Went a little high. As I said, the bigger girl just able to shake it off and go into for the next try. So what turned it out is a reasonably good set. Started off, the girls are up there. They're showing energy. The Labuan girls are showing energy. They're getting up there quickly in the midfield. But just that step inside, that try scoring opportunity that presented itself, and they don't need to be asked again. This Kazakhstan team are very good. So 38-0. So they're making claims here. They're making a statement here to the other side's Kazakhstan that they're here to play, and they're here and they're bringing the skills and they're bringing the ability to play good sevens rugby. It's a chance for the other teams to have a look, because we will see these girls, I think, go deep into this tournament from what we've seen here. Well taken. And the ball goes to ground. Another opportunity for Kazakhstan. The referee's played it on. He says it's gone back, so that's good. So Labuan gets an opportunity here to show their stuff. Offload. Looking offload again. Jerseys there. They need to get that clear out. They do. It's not a little bad passage of play here until the ball hits the ground, of course, and then it gets a bit more difficult. The ball's on the ground and she's kicked her head. This looks like it could be a try. Will she get there in time? Oh, knock on. Yeah, I did. You saw a little bit of daybreak there between the ball and the ground. It was a fair effort, but good soccer skills, good football skills. But if you take a look here, it's a good decision from the ref, because it wasn't entirely obvious it was a knock on. Oh yes, it was. It was a knock on. So we're just going to pack the scrum and we'll go back to the initial knock on against Labuan. It's an opportunity to score a try for Kazakhstan and extend that lead a little bit further. Now she's good. She's good. Just needed a breather. Just need a drink of water. It's another opportunity here for Kazakhstan. There's a decent blind side there. I reckon they might be eyeing that out. If you take a look at their body language, they get the ball. Kazakhstan will go. No. It's well won by Labuan. Takes a boot. Downfield. Kicking into the wind, and then picks up the ball again and Kazakhstan scores. So it was the right idea. I think a kick, despite the wind being against them, was probably the right idea. Try to get out of that area. They're being manhandled. They're being physically dominated a little bit, so that wasn't such a bad idea, but just didn't work out on this occasion. So I said Kazakhstan are making a statement here. They're putting their hands up and they say, we're here to compete. You know they're competitive, and they've shown it in this first game. The ball comes, that kick just slides off the boot, just an opportunity, a couple of missed tackles, a bit handsy, and over she goes. And so, as I said, Kazakhstan are making a statement in this tournament. They're saying we're here, and we're going to make a real go of this. And they've shown them by putting on 45 points in the first game that they've played. So Labuan will just have a chance now and have a bit of a go. See what they can pull out at the end. There's a knock on there, I thought. The referee saw it the same way. The clock is in the red, but he's going to pack the scrum by the looks of things. So this will probably be the last phase of the game. Yeah, just it wasn't onside there. So here we go. Come on, Labuan. Give it a red hot go, girls. Going through the hands, making good room. Steps inside. Big tackle. Oh, there she goes. Numbers around the ball. And Kazakhstan has it. So this is their last chance to see if they can lock up a half century. And now we'll immediately just go through the hands. Find a dummy and run, and that will be a try, and that will finish off this game. So under the posts, it will be at the big 5-0, big 50. Well done, Kazakhstan. Very clinical, very professional performance by them. Labuan, an opportunity to learn. They probably wouldn't have played these kind of teams before, so this is an opportunity for them to get out there and see where they're at and have a go. I'm sure there'll be easier games in the tournament for them. Well done to both teams. Got us underway. Showing the spirit of rugby there. Handshakes all around. Great spirit. And we're looking forward to our next game. Our next game is going to be another really interesting clash between Rugby India, the girls of Rugby India, and the Briar Club, which is from Australia. So that'll be another wonderful opportunity for both the Indian girls and the Australian girls. They've probably never played each other in a game of rugby, but it's going to be a great time to see how they go and to really see where they're at. So next game coming up very, very soon is Rugby India versus Briar of Australia. Wonderful first game to start off with. Both teams playing a wonderful game in the spirit of rugby there. But it was really Kazakhstan on the scoreboard, really showing their quality from pretty much the get-go, showing their pace, their strength and their skills, and showing why they are real contenders here at the Borneo Sevens. They tried pretty hard, they worked pretty hard, Labuan, but in the end I just think they're outclassed. With that unfortunate moment for them, that never helped. But in the end, again, it was Kazakhstan's game. We're really looking forward to see what they do in the future. Till then, now we've got Rugby India and Briar's Women Rugby right out in the field. This is going to be another wonderful clash. The Australian girls are mostly from Sydney. They've played a lot together. It's a very traditional club. And on the other hand, India, it's an emerging rugby nation. They train hard, they work hard, and they're going to be able to test themselves right here and now. So the ball has gone, the bounce, the ball has gone towards the Briar Club, and the referee has said that that's not right. So it's going to go towards India. And right on the attack, first ball, drops it. Plenty of chance to pick it up again, lots of time. And cutting through, that's a great little run there, pushing the Australians back. Now they're going to go through the hands. They're looking, that's a good run, and they're through, and they're going to score. That's the first First try of this game goes to India. Well done to them. Showed some great footwork, some real confidence, and it was just a matter of just beating players. They got through the defence for the first time, and then they did it a second time, and in sevens, that's pretty much all you need to be able to get across the line. So that's a wonderful start for this India team against Briar. So no goal, but still a 5-0 lead, and I must admit, this is a bit of a surprising start and a wonderful start for this tournament. Let's just take a look at this. So this is just one-on-one, just through the first one, and then all hands for the second. Just a miss. You can't afford to do that in sevens rugby. Every one-on-one tackle must be made, or you're going to get hurt, and that's exactly what India did right there. That's a great start. So a knock on. So the pressure continues. They'll pack the scrum here. So this is there's another chance for India to really make the most of this. Midfield, so they've got both sides to work with. Both sides to attack from. We know they can attack. We've seen it already. There's points in this Indian side. Referee wants it again. Has a bit of a yarn to the girls. And a big push, but the Indian girls have it again, and they're going to go down this side. There's a bit of a wrapper, but they can't quite get the ball away to the extra play coming round. Australians got their hands on the ball and they win it. So this is the first time they've had a chance to attack. And right from the go, off they go. Through one tackle, picks it up again, brought to the ground. They're contending with the ball. Well done, India, at the breakdown. Briar's just beaten to the ball, and off they go. Good pace, dragged to the ground. Getting over the ball. The referee has said high tackle, so the pressure continues. They're going to go. They've got numbers there wide. If they can get it there, they're going to scope through the middle. Almost offload, but the ball just went free. Timing got wrong, and now Briar on the attack. They crossed the 22 line. Held up. Well done indeed. But we're going to go back to the initial knock on. So the Australian team, Briar, are having a real hard time here. This Indian side is showing great resolve and great skill. Really did well there to hold up the attacking player. And they're on top. They're right on top. And they have every confidence going into this game. Confirmed. So the Briar will feed the scrum. And they'll show us what they've got in attack. So trying to go around, but that's another great piece of defence. And the ball's gone free. India won it, and they got it. Unfortunately, she got barreled into touch just as she got the ball. So a bit unlucky there for the Indians. The Brides got away with one, I think. They were a loose carry, but the ball went backwards, and then as the Indian player picked it up, she got barreled into touch. So a bit unlucky, but boy, this is great play from them. I think it's their first line out of the day, that one. And Australia have taken it with a short ball. Sorry, it's the Briars. And so they're looking for a little space out wide, but the defence is coming across. Trying again. The ball has gone wide, but the cover is very quickly upon them again. As soon as they go into that tackle, they're onto the ball. They're trying to pull it out, and they're trying to keep the player off the ground. Wonderful play. Now the Briars found a little bit of room. Now they're beginning to open up a bit. Great tackle, one-on-one, had to be made. Coming through. I'm not sure that Briar player was on the right side of the ball, but it doesn't matter. They've opened up. Here comes the cover. Through the last line of defence. She's pinning her ears back. I'm not sure she's going to get caught. No, she's not. That's going to be over a try. She's going to try to bring it around a little bit further, but that's must be against the run of play. But good opportune play by the Briars. They were being on the back foot for all this half. They've been struggling to get away from this Indian defence, but eventually they found their way through and stretched out to score the try. Well done. They could even hit the lead here, which again would be very much against how this game has played out so far. And so it remains at 5-all. Briars and India are locked in at 5-all in a really gripping contest here. If we take a look here, it was just a matter of, there's a little dummy here, it was fell for, and then it was just a matter of getting past that last defender. She does that, a bit of in and out, and just opens up. And cover, she hung in there, the last line of defence, but in the end, ooh, she just got that ball down. Just got it down. Good turn of pace there. Got that try. And that's an effective kickoff. Hung out there in the breeze for a while. Australia, did they knock it on? The ref says no. They'll continue now. It's their chance to get a bit of possession, get a little bit of field position. But India have not only got the ball back, but they've won the penalty. A quick tap. No. Referee won't have it. Now they'll get on with the job. And immediately they go, they look wide. A nice short ball, but it's been coughed up. Immediately Briar will try to get through here. Held up. Is that a hold up? No, go back to the initial knock on. So every time India go into the Briar girls in defence, they're either trying to rip the ball out or they're trying to hold them up, and it's proven to be very effective. They've got no fear going into these tackles. They've got a very clear idea of what they're trying to do and how they're trying to do it. And I believe it's been highly effective in this game so far. Obviously a very well trained side. But it's Brian now. It's against the feed. Well done, India. Everything's going their way at the moment, and it's because they're making it that way. Oh, clanger. That's a ball and all, but it's a little bit too high. India not going to worry about that. They're going to play on.
Hello.
They're going to play on here because they're feeling good, and why wouldn't they? And that's an overlap. Inside she goes. Now she's opening up. There she go. Player just dragged down on the 22 line. And the referee's seen a little knock on and says that's enough for the first half. What a good half of rugby that was. Briar versus India, India versus Briar. We saw both teams come out, and it was India who came out the hardest, playing very hard, going in. As I said, their tackling has been the favourite part of their game that I've seen so far. But their attackers also, they've taken the line on, they've sought to run into gaps, and I think they've been the better side. Briar, however, they do have a lot to offer. They've shown it when they do get some quality ball, when they do get the ball wide, their faster girls can do the job. So all to play for in this second half. Girls make their way back on the field. You can see how pumped they are. They're talking each other up, and they're focusing on the job. They're playing with great discipline at the moment, and really, I think they've caught the Briars a bit off guard. Let's see what the Briars have got in this second half, and let's see if we can have a winner by the end of the next 7 minutes or so. Right now, it's tied up. Well taken. The ball just almost slipped out there, but they've turned the defence into attack. They're cutting inside. There's plenty of room to move here. Now they're going to go through the hands. This is beautiful play. One more pass might do it. She looks around. There it is. But the camera has come across. Was it high? Yes, it was. It's a seatbelt tackle. India not going to muck around. They know they're on the front foot here. Going for the line. And that's a try. That's a try. Well done, India. They made the break. The ball got kicked off. It looked like it slipped through through, and it looked like it was about to be a knock-on, but quite the contrary. The ball was taken, moved beautifully into space, and then they just came across. Each pass was crisp. Each pass was on the money, and in the end, the penalty came, and the try came with it. That is a very well-deserved try. That was beautiful, beautiful passing there. These girls are on song. So now it's a 10-5 game. Let's take a look at this. I'm very lucky not to get a yellow card here. They were never onside. None of them were onside, and even number 9 there going back, she was never onside. But it didn't matter. The referee let the game go, and the try came regardless. That was probably going to be the result anyway. So Brian now are chasing the game, and India now in front. So there it is. So they get some good quality ball there. Let's see what they can do with it. Take it in the middle. Good tackle. Once again, you can see the resolve. You can see the technique. It's a wonderful play. Briar looking to try to find a bit of pace like they did last time they scored. That's a nice tackle right around the bootlaces there. Ooh, hold up. Briar just need to find some momentum here. They're going nowhere quickly. Just strengthen up the middle. Offload helps. Now they're going to see if they can go wide. They've got some numbers now. They've got a 2-on-1 there. Over the halfway, so they're making their way up the field. India are over the ball. The referee has given it to them. So they'll take a quick tap again. No, she's got to go back to the mark. Oh, you can't turn your back for a minute. You can't turn your back for a minute. Briar look very, very, very rattled at the moment. India look very much on song. I know it's only a 5-point ball game. And they're looking for that overlap. Through. Cover coming across. Brought them to the ground just 5 metres short. Over the ball, India. It's come out their side. Was there a knock on? The ref says no, there's not. They've got the try line in front of them, and they're going to score right next to the post. So again, it was just breaking it down on that left-hand side. India just made the most of it. They're just running with conviction. They're playing with conviction. And now they're getting the points that I think they deserve. This will make it a 12-point ball game, and in a game of sevens, a 12-point lead with only 3 minutes to go. Well, it's not impossible, but it is very hard. And that's exactly what we've got. We've got a 12-point ball game. Let's take a look at this. This beautiful work. Just running into gaps, running into spaces, looking for each other. As soon as they make the break, they're looking around, they're looking for support, they're backing each other up. And they have to say they're very much in the driver's seat of this game right now. So straight to Briar. Briar needs to get cracking here. They need a try in a very, very quick amount of time. That's probably their best go, I think. Just play a little bit up the middle, bring in some of the defenders. Here they go, trying to go out the side, trying to find them on the outside. And here we go. This is the try scorer looking for support. The ball has gone back. No sooner does the Briar girl get the ball than she's wrapped up. There's blue jerseys everywhere. They're appealing for a penalty. They will get the line out. Yeah, as soon as that ball hits the ground, look at those blue jerseys everywhere. This is a professional, well-run Indian side, I can tell you that here and now. And here we go again. So the ball is won by the Briar team, but the referee has found a penalty, and so India, you know what they're going to do. They're going to take the tap as quickly as they possibly can, as soon as the ref lets them, and they're going to go on the attack. So they're going to go out wide, and you can see how efficient they are. You can see how clinical they are. I don't know where that ball came off a Briar hand, but nevertheless, they've lost a little bit of momentum here, India, and here they come. That's a ball and all tackle if ever there was one. Coming over the ball, the Briars trying to get trying to get it, but India have kept it. Now there's a gap has opened up. She's pinned back her ears and she's going for it. The defence is coming through. Will they get her? They will. She's turned back in. Players everywhere. Yellow jerseys surrounding her. And they have got the ball. They've been rewarded for their good play. So now this is their last chance. The ball's hit the ground and I think the referee will call it back. Oh, yellow card. Professional foul. Maybe a little bit too late for Briar to win this game, but certainly they can put a couple more points on the board and get within 5 points. Best case scenario for them, I think, at this point. And so that's what they'll do. They'll go through their hands. That's a good run. That's a good strong run. Inside pass, going out the back. Here they go. That looks like a try. No. Oh, beautiful work. Great tackle around the ankles. Another opportunity. This is great defence. And India have got the ball back. They snatched it out. 23 seconds to go. You can't write them off at any point, can you? And they've shown their quality here. Now they're going to try yet another try. Great tackle. Great defence there from Briar. Trying to get over the ball. Being cleared out by India, but Australians have got the ball. India, look at them. Oh, they're a very remarkable group of girls. And a try under the post, not quite. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will probably finish that particular game. The referee has said no. Take a look here. This is great defence. This is wonderful defence. This is last minute. The game is virtually won by India, and yet they are turning up again and again for one another. Can they do it again? Can they keep Briar out and show even more resolve than they already have? So it's just one missed tackle. We'll see the try get scored. Oh, so close. So close. India's still in there competing. Yes, that's the try. So well done, Briar. Briar didn't give up either. They stuck to the task. They kept going, and they got it. They got, I think, probably a just try. They worked hard all the way to the end. But you have to give full credit there to the Indian side to taking the win. If I said Kazakhstan has announced themselves in that first game, then I think India have definitely done very much the same as well. That was a great performance by them. Briar will go back, and I think they'll have a couple of things to work on. I don't expect them to be out of this tournament either. They're a little bit, heads are down a little bit run off their feet. They are playing against a team that probably trains a lot and is probably a national side, so they'll consider that. But well done both sides. Well done to both India, and well done to Briar, for this is a great, right at the end. They just found their way over for that last try. Consolation try, but, you know, you'll take it, and both teams have really put on a good show for that one. So a closer game. India has picked up the cookies and won that particular game. And we look forward to our next one, which will be the Singapore development side versus Convent. We see the ability there right from the very start that India showed resolve right from the get-go. Australia struck risks. Briar struck back. You have to excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, they're wearing yellow and they are from Australia. But Briar, they struck back not long after against the runner play. It must be said, India looked to be in control, and then they found a way through to Briar. But India just didn't give up. They kept at it. It's a great covering tackle there that pulled them to the ground, got the back over it, and went into the half-time break, 5-all. But as I said, the try for Briar was against the runner play, and in the end, India did put their foot down. They did win that game. As we now look forward to our second game, this is the Singapore development side versus the Convent Jaguars. They are a local side. Convent, I believe they're from right here from Sandakan. So this is another great opportunity to play international rugby against international quality. This is a development side, so this is not their national side, I believe. But they will be wanting to press their claims. They'll be wanting to show the coach and Singapore Rugby, what they're made of. Yeah, looks like they're playing only against one player. It's Singapore versus one player. Now they're coming. So Singapore, obviously, both of these sides local, so weather conditions should not be a problem for either of them. Both of them understand this part of the world quite well. And the ball is kicked off. Take a stop, have a look. Which way do we want to go? We'll go left. That's a bit of run. That's a little bit more conviction there, and that's a little bit more pace. That's a step. And this looks like it's going to be a try. So they found the girl for the job. That's a try. That's a very good individual effort there. The ball kind of meandered across field, and he didn't quite know where it was going. And then once it found this young lady's hands, it was all over bar the shouting. Great pace, great skills, great footwork. Swerve right before the defender could get to them. That's very hard to defend against. And a nice kick to boot. So it's 7-0 early to the Singapore development side. Take a look again. It was just beautiful work. Really solid. Nothing was going when she got the ball. It was everyone had kind of gone. Defenders had gone one-on-one, but sometimes in sevens, a player like that can just break out, and it's very hard to do anything about it. So now, Jaguars time with the ball. That's a nice take. Or coming through over the top development, but that's. The referee has found a penalty in there. Couldn't see exactly what it was all about, but development will get the side back. Jaguars will need to step up here because I think that ball's going to go back that way. Yes, it will. We'll go back that way. Why not? If it works, it works. Steps inside, tackle barely holds on. They're going to go all the way. That's a nice try. That's a nice try. So while the first try was very much an individual effort, that one there was pretty much going through the hands, players running into gaps, offloading, and just finding their way to the winger to score a try. So well done, Singapore development once again. Oh, another nice kick. So they've got the kicking boots on as well. It's 14-0. I think we saw an injury in the background there, but nonetheless, you see this just nice offloading, and you see this the centre there, or playing centre, number 12, I guess. Just immediately goes to the winger. Just going. That's just good coaching, That's just that's the player you want to get the ball to. Players on the wings the furthest away from the inside defence. So they're a development side, and they're well developed. So now Jaguars, they want to get their hands on the ball. The ball has hit the ground and found its way back into Singapore hands. And immediately they'll go back that way to the left. And here we go. Here she goes. Steps inside. Great footwork. Really hard to get much to do with that. And that's led to the try. So some loose defence around the middle. It must be said that the footwork is hard to contend with, and it does open things up. But it's a try. This is a very polished performance, you must be said, by Singapore. They're very fluent with the ball in hand. You can see that they know exactly what they want to do and how they want to do it. Jaguars just need to get their hands on the ball now. Kickoffs are all important. You've just got to take that kickoff no matter what. I know it's the breeze is swirling, but if you don't get the ball and you let players like this have their way, then this is what you're going to get. You're going to get tries right up the middle of the field and right underneath the black dot. So they need to make sure they get under this ball and take it and secure possession as best they can. With a team that's got of the attacking ability of Singapore, you've got to keep the ball away from them. Yeah, and that's a changeover right there. The kick doesn't go the 10 metres. So yeah, they have to go back to where the kick was taken. And I'll do that right now. And here's Jaguars' chance to show what they've got. They need to get over this ball as quick as they can. Yeah, they're harsh. They're harsh. Maybe because I watch a lot more 15s, but you don't let the ball go immediately and the refs are on you. And this is looking dangerous again. Yeah, just raw pace. That's what that was all about. You just got to get to that breakdown quickly. You've just got to, when your girls take it into contact, make sure you've got players around them to clear out, because these refs in sevens rugby will get you. They'll know you if you don't let that ball go. And we saw that early with Kazakhstan. They roll off the board very quickly. We're seeing again here with Singapore. They just jump on the ball ASAP. And the referee is seeing that very favourably. So this is beginning to balloon out a little bit. They haven't missed a conversion either, so they're doing well in that respect. 28-0, Singapore development. We'll take a look here. This is just as the end result, just getting the penalty from the turnover. And we know there's pace and ability in this development side, and if you give them the ball, they are going to score several tries. So what we're looking here for the Jaguars to do is just hold on to that ball, girls. No, that doesn't help. And Singapore will get one more crack before half time. So they pack the scrum. So Jaguars have their work cut out for them here. Maybe a bit of a push in the scrum might help. As you can see, there is a significant size difference here as well. You can see that the Singapore girls are quite a few centimetres over the top of their rivals, the Jaguars. The ball goes out, it hits the ground, but you can see them already coming around. You can see them preparing to go to the wing, but this time not the same fluency, not with the same kind of clinical nature as they have previously, and the ball has been knocked on. So good defence, well done. Some defence comes up quickly, and that's what I think you have to do. I know they've got fancy feet, Singapore will be outside, but the Jaguars can get up quickly, put some pressure on the ball players. Don't let them get those crisp passes away, and you never know your luck in the big city, do you? So the ball is big fan. That's a big push there, but they still got the ball. Well done, Jaguars. They need to get behind their player. They need to get to the breakdown. Ooh, over the top she comes. The referee's seen that, doesn't like it. Fair enough. Jaguars' chance to get in there and give this a red-hot go. A bit of footwork at the line. Once again, those players need to be right on their tail to get to clear out, but they're not. And one more go. The clock is in the red in this second half, for this first half, sorry. And yep, there's the pace of the girls, the Singapore girls. Oh, all the way to the end. Good try, but the try has been given. And they will go in with a 30-plus lead. This is important for Jaguars. Just learning those little things, you know, being on the ball, getting there, getting to the breakdown. It's important stuff to learn. And sometimes the only way you can learn lessons like this is the hard way, and that's to be exposed to quality opposition, which Singapore most definitely are. And it's a 35-0 lead to Singapore going into half-time. You just see, once again, just nice passes. Everything's just falling into place. Passes, good pass, right into their lap. just doing the little things well. That's what rugby's all about, really. That's what all sports are about, doing the little things well. And that's what I appreciate about this Singapore development side, is they're crisp, their passes are right on the money. They did a couple of bad ones. It's in every team has a couple of those bad passes in them every game, but for the most part, they have been very clinical and very much on the ball. As I said, very much like India, a well-trained side. Jaguars just need to keep their heads up. You take a look here. They just know where they're doing. They know what they're doing. They know who's with them. They're running into the gaps. It's the little things that just they come to the fore, and particularly in sevens. For defences, it's very hard. Not much room for mistakes. So the referee having a look. They've got the 7 players out there. Development ready to go. So you go Singapore to get us underway. Kicking with the wind. Here goes Jaguars. Let's see what they've got for us in the second half. Ball's hit the ground. Singapore development kicked the ball through. It's sitting there just a metre or two. Now it's gone over the line. There's been a collision in the background, but Singapore will get the try. So the kick ahead. Just once again the raw pace. Singapore development, see them get there. Looks like their 8th try. So just once again, just sweating on the mistakes, taking the opportunities when they present themselves. Really good work from Singapore there. Saw a bit of a clash in the background. I thought the referee might have something to say about it, but apparently did not interfere with what was happening, and that happened to be his try. That's our first missed kick of the afternoon from Singapore development. They are human after all. So it's only 40 nil, not 42. So we take a look here. The ball hits the ground. The kick goes through. Singapore are just racing through. We know that they've got a great deal of pace. We know they've got a great deal of anticipation. Both of those skills came to the fore then, and they get the try. First try of the second half. And the ball hits the ground. I think there was a knock on there. Singapore knocked it on, so we'll go back. Jaguars have the ball. All right, here's their chance. They're still in their own half. They would want to get out from there, but it would be wonderful to see them get a chance to flex their attacking muscles and put something on. But that's a big push at the same time from development. Well done. Jaguars still keep the ball, but they get penalised. Quick tap, and once again, anticipation, skill, pace, it all matters, and it matters again for Singapore. They took their opportunity, they got the penalty, they took the quick tap, and they don't miss a trick, these girls. They really are a well-drilled side. full of smiles, and why not? This will be a tough kick. It'll be interesting to either get this one. Nope, just outside the post. So it's only 50-0. Now look, let's give credit where credit's due here. This is a really polished side, as we've been talking about it. The Jaguars just have to hang in there. Again, lessons to be learnt, things to be understood. They wouldn't be used to playing teams like this. This is a team of girls from all parts of Singapore. It is a representative side, so they wouldn't be used to this. This is just a club side against a representative side in many respects. So it's all kind of going against them. But there's chances to learn stuff. Singapore once again burning them on the outside. There's pace, bringing it round, putting it under black dot to make it so they can get their first kick for the second half. That's their blemish. They haven't kicked a conversion in the second half, so they're going to try to rectify that situation. But as I was saying, look, this is a representative side. The Jaguars are a club side, and that makes a lot of difference. And they will be better for this run. I myself, and I'm sure plenty of people out there who's watching this have been involved in losses like this. Oh no, they've missed their third goal. So as I said, they're only human. But you see this again. You see the hands. You see the opportunity. They see what they're trying to do. They know what they're on about. Let's just hope we can see that the Jaguars get their hands on the ball and begin to express themselves in attack. It's just very hard against a team like this. Shown back. Held on possession. Now the referees coming in at an angle. Coming in from the side, I don't know. So they'll just go through the motions here. They know what they want to do. They'll go through here. They'll pass. And steps inside again. And yeah, they're tired, and the Jaguar girls, they've been run off their feet. They're a little bit despondent, and but let's give credit to the try. There's plenty of good footwork in there. She stepped inside. She found her way through defenders, and showed a clean pair of heels in the end to go under the post. So Jaguars, they're making their way. Let's take a look again. Just 1, 2, 3. Over they go, right next to the post. So that was some great footwork there against what must be said as a tiring defence, and slightly despondent as well. And that's some great desperation there. They've got a big lead here, and they're still diving all over the ball. Coming out, the hands up. And here we go. Here she goes again. Oh well, this time they're tackled. Keep going. That's another try. So a statement. Singapore development also making a statement. We've seen Kazakhstan rack up a big score. We saw an impressive win to India, and now we're seeing. That's the first goal, I think, of the second half. We're now seeing Singapore development beginning to just show the rest of the tournament and the rest of the teams that they're here to play as well. They will take every opportunity given to them, and they're not afraid to throw the ball around and play good rugby. So this is sizing up to be a very, very good women's draw. Just as we go through the pool stages. Oh, they got the ball. Come on, girls, have a go. Have a run. Great tackle. They don't do things in half measures, do they? 10 seconds left to go. Jaguars trying to get in there. Well done. Kept possession. Trying to get their hands on the ball here, Singapore. And they do. They get the penalty. Here's one more crack to see if they can get up over 70 or get up towards it. The referee says you've got to take the quick tap on the mark. quick tap. Here they come, a bit of a run round, a bit of a move. Ball's off the ground. And that's the final try of the game. So it will be at least a 69-point win with the chance to be 71. But yeah, it's a comprehensive victory. There's no doubts about that. Let's not sugarcoat it. The Jaguars, again, a club side up against a representative side, outclassed pretty much in every part of the game. But you got to give it to Singapore Development. They didn't hold off. They didn't take their foot off the pedal. They're here to play and they're here to win. So well done to them, Jaguars. Chance to go and have a bit of a chat, talk about what they can do better next time. But it's a great learning experience for them. So Singapore Development side wins 79-0. 71, I should say, to 0.
All eyes on the home team, Eagles Rugby Club against Uzbekistan. And of course, all eyes will be on the coaches as well as the players of Eagles Rugby Club, Eagles NZ Sevens, led by former Black Ferns Rebecca Koduro Tufuga.
Your match officials for this game, ladies and gentlemen.
Uzbekistan has been around for a couple of weeks
Referee,
to prepare for the tournament, and they've done a good job so far, but this will be the real test for them, as the Eagles will be no pushovers. They'll be one of the favorites going into this tournament. This is their first game, fourth game of the tournament, and the Eagles will be kicking off for the first half. Straight away to the first line out, and this can be an opportunity for the Eagles to get their first strike or probably put more pressure on Uzbekistan. On the contrary to Uzbekistan, the Eagles, they've only had a couple of days to prepare for the tournament, as players from New Zealand only had the opportunity to come down to Sandakan 3 days ago. So it'll be something for the Eagles rugby team to perform, as the girls didn't have much preparation going into this tournament. Penalty called and 1-on-1. What about this? First try goes to the Eagles. Took them about a bit over a minute to score the first 5 points of the game. Louisa Catherine Tubailangi, who scored the first try for the Eagles. And obviously all the foreigners of the Eagles rugby team are all based in New Zealand. And this pass, as you can see, the winger, the Uzbek winger, she went in. So that was why the space was created for Tsubailangi. Huge kick was just let go, and what a kick by the Eagles Rugby Club. Aberdeen Lockhart is their main fly half. Playing in their own try line. A bit of a risk, but there you go, turnover. And Tsubailangi once again. Tsubailangi, second try for the Eagles. Easy try for them as she just picked up the ball, stole it from the Uzbeks and created a very important try. Up 10 points for the Eagles. Another 2 points for them. Let's see one more time. The ball presentation wasn't perfect, and the support play was also a bit slow from the Uzbek girls, and that was why the try was easy for the Eagles. Again, another steal from the Eagles. The dummy pass. Trying to step in, no. A missed pass and too easy for Tsubailangi again. Third try for Tsubailangi. Making it a hat-trick for her for this game. Great start for her and also for the Eagles in their first game. So far, the Uzbekistan team didn't have much of a chance to create a try, create an attacking, at least attacking opportunity for them. But let's see, probably after the first half, the coaches will give them some messages and probably some tactical input for them to attack the Eagles. But then again, they need to fix all these small mistakes. Not letting, and these small mistakes are the ones that is letting the Eagles a lot of space, giving them a lot of space, giving them a lot of opportunities to create a try, create attacking opportunities for them. For scrum. Checker without the ball, and penalty, tap and go. Fast one by the Eagles. And she doesn't need to pass to Tsubailangi to create a try for Miatepaya Horiana Maraku. Her first try. And 24 points for the Eagles. Perfect conversion to add another 2 points, making it Eagles 26 and Uzbekistan yet to register a try in the first half. Another great kickoff, but this time was caught nicely, but then again, the follow-up pass, that was the one that is giving another opportunity for the Eagles to make another attacking play just before the first half is ending. And a lot of handling errors, as we can see, by the Uzbekistan team. They have to fix all these small errors in order to ensure that they can open up opportunities to attack the Eagles rugby team. A great offload, but that again, another mistake by the Uzbek girls. And with that, Borneo was the one who did the knock-on, and I reckon Eagles would be happy finishing the first half with 26 points to nil. And of course, as we all know, the first game is the one that everyone is trying to adjust, everyone is trying to get to know each other in a particular tournament, especially a sevens tournament. And of course, this is a great start for the home team, registering 26 points against Uzbekistan in the first half. Of course, we still have the second half coming after this, and we hope Uzbekistan can give the home team a run for their money. It is a bit of a challenge so that both teams can get enough experience, enough time together, enough time attacking and also defending against each other for the upcoming games tomorrow and also on Sunday. And of course, to those who just joined us, you are watching the Borneo Sevens rugby tournament held in Sandakan. 3 days of great sevens rugby. Tomorrow we're going to start early, start in the morning, as well as on Sunday. Of course, the final day and the finals will be played on Sunday. And we'd like to thank the sponsors as well, which is KLK, IGM Land, Lungsin, Compumet, Boom Energy Drink, and of course government bodies, the Sabah Sports Body, Sabah Rugby Union, and Sandakan City Council. Umida with the kickoff, short one, but then another knock-on by the Uzbeks. Great pickup. A wild offload, but the Eagles are still in control. Knockback, says the ref. Great offload, and no one in front. Still with the Eagles. To Fuga. Too easy for the Eagles. Only a few seconds in the second half to add another 5 points to the tally of 31. And of course, it's an under post. Another 2 points is expected to be added to the scoreboard. Let's just see if Lockhart can slot this in. Yeah, of course, too easy for Lockhart. Adding on another 2, 33 Eagles. Uzbekistan still searching for the first points of the game. Maybe Lockhart. What a kick, and bounced first, then it ran out. And of course, this will give the Eagles a great position to defend from and probably put more pressure on the Uzbekistans, who are still trying to find their mojo, is it? There's an overthrow and great turnover by the Uzbek girls. Now, trying to create space, but an ugly offload, I would say. But luckily, they still have a penalty.
The Singapore National Development Team men's team and the Hong Kong China Dragons.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to create space. They're trying to open up, but the handling errors of the Uzbek girls are definitely making it hard for them to create any space. Good offload, and there you go. I guess this is the first great attacking by the Uzbek girls. But then another knock-on by them, making it hard, turning it over for the Eagles. Scrum, first scrum in the second half. Score is still the same, 33 Eagles, Uzbekistan 0. Uzbekistan still searching for their first opportunity, first real opportunity. And that was a great one just now, but it's just that their finishing wasn't on point. Offside, says the ref. Lockhart with a tap and go. Now, still with Eagles. Barton. Chubailangi. Lockhart with the last second offload. High tackle, says the ref. Tap and go. Fast one. Local hero Samantha Henrita. Another penalty to the Eagles. Henrita David. Oh, tap down. Of course, there's going to be another penalty for the Eagles, and probably no yellow card. There's no advantage. And of course, let's see one more time. That looks like an effort to intercept, but then again, there you go, another try to the Eagles, making it 38 right now for the Eagles. And the Uzbekistan are still struggling, especially to defend against the girls from the Eagles, and of course also struggling with the handling, and that is making it hard to them creating space, and of course creating more opportunities for the Uzbekistan team. Easy conversion just now, making it 40 for the Eagles. One more time from a dummy pass and just going through the defense of the Uzbek girls. Too easy for the Eagles. Not 10, says the ref. Free kick to the Uzbek girls, and this would be a great opportunity for them to create something from this. Good handling this time, but an incomplete offload, but then they just got a penalty for it. Come on, Uzbek. At least one try to open the count. Then stepping in, another step, and another offload. Handoff to get a try. Abzieva Ainuza just registered 5 points for the Uzbek girls. A much needed try and probably a consolation try, as we just heard the horn. And that's it. That's the conclusion, with the Uzbek having a last say, getting a try as well as a conversion. But great start from the home team, as the Eagles won by 40, Uzbekistan 7. There you go, great camaraderie by the girls, and some of the local girls have been training with the Uzbekistan girls. As I said just now, they have been around for the past 2 or 3 weeks preparing for this tournament, and of course not only preparing for this tournament, they are also preparing for the Asia 7 Series, Asia Games and other upcoming tournaments. I see again tries by the home team, especially in the first half. A domination by them, but like I said, they are still trying to find their mojo, I would say, or probably trying to click, as the Eagles didn't have much time to bond with each other. They only had 3 days to train together and emphasize, according to the captain, Rebecca Tufuga, emphasization is more to team culture, and of course from team culture with the coaching staff of Brad Mika, former All Black, and former All Black 7 Rocky Khan. These girls are in good hands. First men's game of the day. Again, the home side, Borneo Eagles against the Malaysian University team. And this will be another interesting one. Of course, the Borneo Eagles, the home team, they have a couple of Malaysian players as well as former players, and they have about 5 import players from New Zealand, and the Malaysian university players, some of them also are playing for the national team, and this will be an interesting one to see speed versus strength.
Assisted by Sahari and Saturi, assistant referees, inboard judges Max and Razali.
A great start. Not letting go of the tackle player. Great handling by the Eagles. Not rolling away. Probably being touched. And that was from Unto. Still from the Eagles. Eagles still with the possession, trying to penetrate from the center. Or stepping in. There you go. An ankle tap. But just now, from the ankle tap, the ball was lost forward. And there will be a scrum. First scrum of the game. This is to the Malaysian universities. The Malaysian university player is down with an injury. Hopefully it's not that serious. As you can see, it can get a bit physical, especially with the Kiwi boys. stepping in, penetrating to two players, and this ankle tap actually saved them. The same Kiwi players won the tournament in Singapore, the SEC Sevens. And obviously the team has very high expectation towards them. Scrum to the Malaysian universities. Poor handling by the Uni boys. Forward pass and second scrum now to the Eagles, and this will definitely pressure the Uni boys. Ball went out through the tunnel, but referee says play on, and from the goose step, and you can see the handoff outpacing the Uni boys to create the first try for the Eagles at the corner.
Will the manager for the Uzbekistan Rugby Federation, ladies and Eagle and Z7s, kindly proceed to the technical tents. Sign up on your score papers, please. Thank you.
Conversion attempt to add another 2 points. Drifted to the left, which means the Eagles are still they have to be happy with the first try. Just 5 points so far. And this will be a great start for both teams as they go into the tournament on the second day tomorrow, and of course on the final day on Sunday. Better from the Uni boys, better handling, and you can see, yeah, there you go, the pace that I was talking about that these boys have, and an attempt to steal the ball away, to jackal the ball away. Seru Pepeli Nakasima just now was blamed for not rolling away. A senior player of the Eagles, and probably the oldest in the team. Not probably, the oldest in the team, 43 years old. Trying to step his way in, and of course, that offload. The Uni boys are having a hard time trying to tackle the big boys, big Kiwi boys, and there you go, Daim, current national player, just penetrating through the center from a short offload from Seru, and there you go, second try for the Eagles. Easy conversion to add on another 2 to the Eagles, making it 12 Eagles. And the Uni boys are still searching for the first points of the game. Yeah, Seru using his experience, as you can see, communicated early to Daim, signaling him come to the center, and a short offload, making it easy to create the try. Oh. Great catch, actually. As a lot of the Eagles players, they were running towards the ball. From the side or hands in the ruck. Penalty to the Uni boys. Straight away harassed by the defense of the Eagles. Badu, another local hero. He's been around for a while. Good step. It's definitely hard to bring him down, and no one at the back to stop him to create another try for the Eagles. Just jogging through the try line to register another 5 points for the Eagles. And of course, another easy 2 points conversion for them. (19-0) with a few seconds remaining in the first half. And the horn to signal the end of the first half. Straight away being harassed. Oh, what a cross kick. And great catch too. What a dummy. And the Uni boys. Great run. Grabber to the center, and Badu tried to catch him, but great try by the Uni boys. Great effort, great thinking from their own half, from their own 22. It all started with a wild cross kick and a great dummy to set up this try. And a great way to end the first half for the Uni boys. But not a great kick to end the first half, 5-19. There you go, the grabber to end the first half. Smart one, I would say. Definitely a smart one. A lot of the Eagles players was chasing back, trying to defend, leaving with not much option. And of course the kick, the grabber kick was also on point.
A friendly reminder, just a friendly reminder to all team managers. Prior to leaving the field after your game, kindly proceed to the technical tent to sign off on all your scores papers, okay? Once again, to all team managers, prior to leaving the field of play after your game, kindly proceed to the technical tent to sign off your scores. Thank you. And to all players, all officials, and the volunteers, kindly proceed.
Just like the girls team, the boys team, the men's team are also being led by coaches Brett Mika and Rocky Khan. And their wisdom definitely will give a lot of great inputs to the team, as Brett Mika, as I know, is a great thinker of the game, and Rocky Khan, a catalyst when he was playing for the All Black Sevens, a great playmaker as well. Reunited with his former coach Gordon Tietjens, Sir Gordon Tietjens, a couple of days ago, as Gordon Tietjens was running a coaching course in Sandakan. Another great kick by the Uni boys, and also a great pickup. Still with the Uni boys. Great start to the first half. After getting probably a message from the coaches telling them, take chances, kick more. And that was probably a great option for them and a great start. And the conversion is on point, adding on another 2 points to the Uni Boys, Malaysian University Boys.
Score 12 to 10. 12 to 19, sorry.
Great pickup, and this was the one, pick and go, running to the short side to create the second try for the Uni Boys. Malaysian University, Badrul Mukti stepping in, and what a great handoff. Great crash too. A great effort from the Uni Boys, stealing the ball back from the Eagles. Lucky not to be called knock on. And there you go. Another try by the Uni Boys, which the Eagles, as well, they thought that the ball was knocked on just now. But the ref says no play on. There was no knock on from his angle. And great start from the Uni Boys in the second half. Malaysian University, or in Bahasa Melayu or in Malay, MASUM, Majlis Sukan University Malaysia. Combination of players from all the public universities in Malaysia. And just now, that was a great kick actually. An effort to a dummy to pick it up, but instead of picking it up, the ball was kicked through. And that created a great amount of space for the try. But they are still behind 2 points with an unconverted try. Hard to get this guy down. Badrul Mukti, Seru. What a handoff. And swinging the ball outside to create another try for the Eagles. As they are down 2 tries in the second half. Now, just created the first try in the second half, sorry. To add another 5 to the tally to 24. Easy conversion to add another 2. 26 Eagles. The Uni Boys 17. The first Eagles try in the second half. What a high restart and a great catch. There you go. The Eagles trying to Daim penetrating from the center. But no. Penalty to the Uni Boys. Brought back 10 meters. Seru Pepeli Nakasima was penalized just now. Daim was the initial player that was penalized. Oh, another great steal, but oh no, knock on, says the ref. Seru Pepeli Nakasima at 43 still runs like a 25-year-old guy, 25-year-old player. Almost a full house crowd in, at the Eagles Rugby Club mini stadium. Great to see the community coming down and supporting not only their home team but also rugby in general, and great thing to see tournaments like this, especially outside of main cities of KL, Johor Bahru, Penang. And this is one of the ways that we can develop this game, by bringing the game to the community. Early push, free kick. Probably a bit winded from the scrum just now. It was a hard scrum. Took the Uni boys a while to put the ball in. Probably just winded. Or will he be taken out? Yeah, tap and go for the Uni boys. Time is running out for them, as they need more than a try to level the game. What a pass. Long pass. Tried the same dummy, but this time it didn't work for the Uni boys. The Eagles player penalized once again. And there you go, there goes the horn. And no matter what the Uni boys do, the Eagles have secured their first victory of the tournament. Oh, great steal. Trying to offload the ball, but the attempt was successful. And no look pass by the Uni boys to create another underpost try, their third try for the second half. (22-26). And of course, another 2 points off the post but still went in to add another 2. Great start by both teams, but the Eagles got the W for this time. Unlucky for the Malaysian University boys to lose 24-26.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the conclusion of our Pool A match, the first men's match of the day between Malaysian University and the host Borneo Eagles. The unofficial score at full time, Malaysian University is 24, Borneo Eagles 26. Our next game, ladies and gentlemen, is between Uzbekistan Rugby Federation against the Singapore National Development Team. This is a Pool A match and it shall commence shortly.
So it's Uzbekistan versus Singapore. This next game, both teams coming out of the field, you can see very fired up. Uzbekistan, seen their girls and now we're seeing their boys. Same can be said for development.
Kindly sign off the score sheets before you leave. Thank you.
This is our second Pool A match, ladies and gentlemen, between Uzbekistan Rugby Federation, who are donned in their blue jerseys.
So, there's an intensity about this contest, you feel.
Singapore National Development Team, who are wearing black and red jerseys and black shorts. Your match officials for this game, ladies and gentlemen, are Mr. Craig Chan, assisted by Andy and Jasrawi, and indoor judges are Vince and Kazri.
Both teams ready to go. Just have to swap sides. Uzbekistan look like they're the bigger of the two sides. But that doesn't mean much. Sevens is all about skill, it's all about pace. It's about anticipation, taking your opportunities. And so we're off. Holds nicely in the wind there. You see it's difficult to get, but Uzbekistan have claimed the ball back in very good field position. This is a great place. Offload. Looking for the play on the outside. Goes on the inside. Still going. Pushing towards the line. The blind looks like the place to go. Instead to go pick and drive. So close. Centimetres on the line. Over and they score. Uzbekistan put on the first points of this game. The ball hung up there in the wind during the kickoff. They snatched it and they just got their momentum and they pushed forward and they scored the try. Singapore look a bit shell-shocked, but Uzbekistan has struck first. And missed the extras. It's a great start for them. Come a long way to play rugby they have, and they're serious about it. It's a very similar kick this time around. Let's see if Singapore can deal with it. Looks like a knock on against Uzbekistan. Yes, it is. Their eyes bugged right open then, but it was a clear knock on. Singapore's chance to get the ball. Big push there by the boys in blue. But it's a penalty to Singapore. They'll enjoy that. It's time for them to show their stuff now. Going wide. Looking for the winger. Steps inside. So close to that touchline, but they keep it in. Got themselves set. Great defence there, but the ball has found its way to the wingers. Oh, that was high. That was its seatbelt. Development will keep this ball alive. Head out to their right-hand side. Goose step. Through. No. Drag down. Good tackle. Coming over the top. Illegally, says the ref. So they're working their way back into this development. Looking for the numbers. Straight up the middle. Good tackle. But opportunities are still here for Singapore. They just have to look for it. Oh, sloppy pass. Yeah, just slipped out. Maybe a little bit of sweat on that one. Humid conditions here. They were just building up nicely too, Singapore. In she goes, and out they come. You can see the player wrapping around. They're taking it straight up the middle though. Good value there. Spills out the back. Has a dummy, inside run. Now things opening up nicely. Still bashing and barging their way through. Now they've got room. Going through the hands. There's no one out there. That's going to be a try to Uzbekistan. All the way to the corner. Yes, you think it is. Try. Well done, Uzbekistan. They played it straight up the middle. They played hard. They brought in the Singaporean defence, and then it was just a matter of finding the man out wide, and they most definitely did that. Well done. And now they've got a 10-point lead. After the side, so a 10-point lead it will remain. They're big bodies, Uzbekistan, and they're using that to good effect here. If we take a look again, just bashing their way up there, offloading, looking for opportunities, and there it was. Good run here, good cover defence, coming across just one step too slow. And that's gone out. Has it gone out on the full? No, it hasn't. So that wind again playing its part for Uzbekistan. They're using that well. Now, Singapore, a long way from home, but they've certainly got the pace one would think. Here they go. Afterburners come on, inside out, still going. Good defence, stuck within. The defender stayed there. He got outstepped a couple of times, but he stuck to his task, and now the ball's gone to ground. Disappointing. Disappointing for Singapore. Must be sad. At this stage, Pakistan looks like they've got the answers in both attack and defence. It's a good position to get a scrum for Uzbekistan. They go the blind. The fence is coming across, drags him to ground, just crossing the 22 as you can see. Looks like, yeah, knock on. So Singapore do well there. That was an important one-on-one tackle that was made. So one more crack at it, you think, before half-time for Singapore. Big push there. No, referee's not happy, so here we go. Quick tap, offside. Again, the ball hits the ground, but they're still running. Inside ball's the way to go, and that's what happens. That's great work. The afterburners are on, and he screams away to score a try. That's just what Singapore needed before half-time. A well-constructed try. Places the ball down, and just what the doctor ordered as far as Singapore development was concerned. It was all Uzbekistan before then. I'm not even sure Singapore had got into the half before then, but when they did, they made it count. A great inside ball just drifted across field, found the fast man at an angle, put the afterburners on, and so Singapore will go in 3 points behind, 2 tries to 1, but the conversion has been made, and that's made a difference for the team in red. Let's take a look at this again. This is beautiful play. You just see it, just beautiful footwork. That's what sevens is all about, really. Just taking opportunities, looking the gaps, beating your man, and the world opens up for you. Good contest then. 10 to Uzbekistan, 7 to Singapore Development. There's animated stuff there with Uzbekistan. They dominated that first half. I really think they did. And yet, they're only up by 3. They need to go on in the second half. Singapore, however, will be greatly encouraged by what happened. Last minute try brings them right back into this contest. Crowd building up nicely as the day turns into night. Should be even bigger crowd tomorrow. Exciting days rugby tomorrow, I can tell you. So you can see the frustration there. Uzbekistan were on top. The scoreboard doesn't show it. And you can see that they're very focused. Can Singapore use the breeze the same way Uzbekistan has? They've gone the other way here. Holds up nicely. It's been dropped. Knocked on there by Uzbekistan. No, knocked on by Singapore, sorry. So the referee saw it different from I did. And he's the man that matters, so now they're going to go wide immediately. What do they got? Inside, outside. Was the referee going to play on? Yes, he is. That one backwards. Good defence there by Singapore. Uzbekistan looking for the overlap, looking for the space. There it is. Defence comes across. Oh, good footwork. Great footwork. He's going down the sideline. There's only one man to beat. Well tackled. Great tackle and absolutely knocked on. Great rugby all round there. Some great footwork down the sideline. It looked like he got away with it. It looks like he was going to go all the way, but across came the fullback. We'll call him the fullback. And that was right round the bootlaces. If you're watching at home and you're a young rugby player, that's how you tackle a runaway train like that. Let's take a look. There you go. He's pinned his ears back. He was looking. He was sizing up his opportunities. And now he crossed. You cannot do a better covering tackle than that, my friends. Wonderful. Well done. Great work, Singapore Development. They're in this game still. Just a pause in the play. I'm not sure what we're waiting for. Okay, maybe a couple of subs. Well, that scrum was barely fed, but the ref's going to let it go. This is sevens after all. So a bit of space. Let's see what they can do. There's plenty of players there in blue. Good clean out. Maintain possession. Coming back the other way. Yeah, there's plenty of defence coming across. They're just kind of going side to side, and the defence is just kind of sliding with them. They need to offer something a little different, an inside ball like they did in the first half. That's nice. That's nice again. Pops it inside. Now, the tackle's been going on in the middle there, and the ref's seen it. Can't tackle the person without the ball. Just went on with it a little bit too long. And Singapore in a very healthy position after this tap or this kick. Go to the sideline. Yeah, it's dangerous to kick into that wind, and Uzbekistan have got the ball back. So here they go. And the referee's added insult to injury there for Singapore development. This game's still very much in the balance. Immediately go through the hands. Oh, Juggles keeps it. Looking around. Not a lot of north-south action here. They're just kind of looking around at each other. Who's going to take the game by the scruff of the neck for Uzbekistan? Referee will, offering another penalty. And it's time they see they've got the wind at their back. It makes a big difference. And they go well into Singapore's half. Try here to Uzbekistan would make it very hard for Singapore. They can get a converted try. Up on the line out. It's just straight out, off they go. Trying to go straight, but the defence is there. Try line's getting closer, however. Going again. Oh, taken into touch. Yes, no. Quick throw in. No, says the ref, won't have it. I think it's one line out each so far. It's going with the throw. This is an important one. Short one, wrapped around, using the length of the width of the field. There's a bit of room here, trying to get outside his man. Lets the ball go now. Let's see. Off he goes. The player's gone down. Here comes the cover. Look, throws it back inside. Who's there first? Singapore put it on the toe. They're going ahead, bouncing around. There's got to be someone offside there somewhere. No, says the ref. Play on. Well, if nothing else, it looked like a game of good football. So Uzbekistan do end up with the ball. Now they're going to try chance their hand. They're well numbered up there, but breaking through a tackle, that helps. Looking for support. This is anyone's game at the moment, a thrilling game of rugby it is. No score in this second half quite yet. Uzbekistan holding the possession, going through a couple of phases here. And a knock on. Oh boy. Could that be a deciding factor in this game? Could that be a key? Let's take a look at this again. The pass wasn't great. It went slightly behind him, but it wasn't difficult. So now, Singapore. You can hear the crowd. They're getting right behind the development side. That would be the girls' development side. Clinging to a 3-point lead, Uzbekistan. Gone straight out the back. Where's the space? Takes him on, through. One more man to beat. But as has been the case this game, the last tackle's been a good one. But it's a penalty to Singapore. They'll want a quick tap here. Try to catch them off guard. Ball's hit the ground. It doesn't matter. They're still going to keep going. The ball's gone backwards again. A little bit sloppy. Not taking opportunities. Now there's a siren. I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe that is time. Down to Uzbekistan. So that is the full-time bell. This is the last roll of the dice for Singapore. They don't score here, and Uzbekistan wins it. He's looking, weaving his way through, but there's plenty of tackle. He's over the ball. Who's over the ball? Oh, it's a high tackle. So this is going right down to the wire. Singapore takes a quick tap. They're looking, trying to get an offside here. The referee won't have it. Clearing out, the ball spills out the side. Who wants it? Uzbekistan gets it. He pushes it to the side. It's a knock on. That should be the end of it. And it is. Uzbekistan holds on. Score all the second half. Well done. There was many great factors about that game. I really do think that the best thing, however, was the covering tackle. Plenty of players broke through, plenty of breaks were made, and there were some great covering tackles. Well done. What a great game of rugby that turned out to be. Scoreless second half, but enthralling all the same. Well done, Uzbekistan. They scored 2 tries to 1. They won 10 points to 7. Take a look here. This is the first try. This is what got them on the board. Bashing and barging their way up field. And they eventually found their way over. That was the first try. And it really looked like Uzbekistan were going to really pull on the pressure here. They're really on top in the opening stages of this contest. But in the end, they held on to win. As we look at the next game, SSTIME Tsunami versus Hong Kong China Dragons. So Tsunami, a local side, a Malaysian side, up against the visitors from Hong Kong as both teams make their way onto the field. Hong Kong are very strong rugby nation in the shadows of the Hong Kong Sevens coming up soon. But Tsunami will have a lot to say about this game, and they will be fighting hard as Malaysian teams often do.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our next game, a Pool B match between SSTIME
Boys of Tsunami feeling good.
versus the Hong Kong China Dragons. SSTIME are donned in their navy blue jerseys, while the Hong Kong China Dragons are donned in their blue, white, and red. Your match officials for this game, ladies and gentlemen.
Here goes Hong Kong kicking off, nice and high.
Referee, assisted by
Well done. Dangerous, but well done, well taken. And immediately Tsunami look to attack. Go straight to the wing, wrapping round, not quite there, but Hong Kong are there, and they get it. They snatch the ball. Oh, there's a yellow card. Off you go. That was quick. So down to 6 men. Down to 6 men. This is a huge part of call at this time of the game, nice and early, down to a man, and Hong Kong are going to make the most of it. Taking him on, going for the try line. He had enough room there to score. The cover came across, but that was a great work from Hong Kong. So they made the most of it. They immediately just spread that ball. They didn't muck around doing anything else. They knew they had the overlap and they took it.
For the participating teams, those of you who have finished your match for today, kindly
So it's
proceed
5-0 to
the
Hong Kong
kids'
China
outlet
Dragons.
for your dinner. Thank you. To the teams who have finished your matches for today, kindly proceed to the hall for your dinner.
A decent effort, but away to the side. So it's a 5-0 lead early in this game. Yellow card. Making it very, very interesting. Putting Tsunami on the back foot. They just need to get their hand on the ball. The secret to yellow cards, I think it's pretty obvious. You just need to make sure you keep the ball away from the opposition, particularly in a sevens game. And they have a chance to do that now, Tsunami. The ball's gone to ground. Knock on. And Hong Kong are playing on. One more pass should do it. And it does. That's another try to Hong Kong China Dragons. Over and they go. So they spilled the kickoff. I said those kickoffs are difficult into the wind. Hong Kong jumped on it, made the most of it, scored the try. That's wonderful work from them. Very clinical indeed. It's a bit closer, this kick. Pops it through. So let's take a look again. There's the ball. It was spilled by Tsunami, and it was just a matter of just finding that spare person. There he was, sitting there on the wing, waiting to score the try. I certainly did that, and it's a 12-0 lead to Tsunami. Having said that, the last game, saw 2 quick tries and got right down to the wire, so anything can happen. So the good kickoffs have backfired a little bit. The wind has taken that one over the sideline. And we're going to see what Tsunami have got in attack. So they need to keep this ball. Still down a man in the sin bin. Here they go. Looking around, looking for options, going back. Straight up the middle. That's it. Powerful run. There goes Tsunami. Back over their own side of half, but looking for opportunities. One-on-one tackle is a good one. He's through it though. And the referee doesn't like what he sees. Quick tap here. And he's going for the line. No, they got the wind behind their backs. But, oh no, quick tap. So oh, this is interesting. This is going through the line. He's looking for support. The defenders begin to converge. Here comes Tsunami. This is an opportunity out this way. Through the hands they go. One more pass. Chips the thread. There's no one at home. All he needs is a decent bounce. He'll score. He gets the decent bounce and he will score. Great piece of enterprise from Tsunami. Working the ball around the field. Look behind. There's no one at the back. There usually isn't in the game of sevens. Chips ahead. He got the bounce. Beautifully kicked. Well weighted. And he got the results. So they hit back just when they needed to. It's a wonderful try. I love seeing tries from kicks. Just the vision to be able to see the gap behind the defensive line, be able to put it on the toe, just the right amount of weight. Great sevens rugby. Oh, and off the post. So close yet so far. What a great effort that is. And so the game comes back into the balance. Let's take a look at this again. You see, they're kind of just looking around, poking around, and the young man sees the opportunity. He took the initiative and he got the dividends by getting the try, putting Tsunami back into this game. Hong Kong secure possession. Now we picked it up on the fingertips. Well done. There's a bit of a hole there. Runs into it and he's through. Now it's a foot race. From behind they come. From the side they come. Grabbing on. That's a good tackle. Another great covering tackle and forced possession. Now they've got it. Oh, another chip kick from that from that far out their own line. I thought the referee would go back and play a knock on against Hong Kong, but he's playing on. That ball has gone into touch. So another potential opportunity has gone astray there. So we take a look at this break. It showed a clean pair of heels, but the defence was up to it. We've seen some great covering tackles in recent times, and there was another one needed to be made. There he goes. So he's sticking with him. He's sticking with him. He can't quite get, but here comes his mate. Holds on, and yeah, as I said, I thought that was a knock on there. I think the referee missed that. Could have been a ball or at least a scrum feed to Tsunami, but the rugby gods have adjusted the situation, so they've got the line out feed anyway. Oh, it's been pinched. Offloads the ball. He's stepping inside. Still going. Looking for another offload. Looking for that guy on the wing. Inside. Great exchange of passes. The defenders keep turning up. Will they have enough now? No, they won't. It's a great try to Hong Kong. They just kept that ball alive, popping it inside and outside, following each other up. It ran out of defenders, did Tsunami. And as it turns out, it's a try to Hong Kong. That's 3 tries in this half. So Hong Kong, China have got their third. And line out was key on that occasion. They won the line out and quickly turned it into an attacking situation. Take a look here, you just see how they just keep the ball line. They keep turning up for one another, keep offloading, keep supporting. Eventually Tsunami just ran out of defenders and a try is scored. So Hong Kong, China have skipped away to a very handy lead at this point.
Ladies and gentlemen, the unofficial score at half-time, SSTMI Tsunami 5, Hong Kong China Dragons 21.
Sekali lagi untuk makluman para peminat sukan ya. Pihak pengajar ada menyediakan satu pondok ya, satu gerai yang menjual cendera hati kejohanan di bahagian
Tsunami have got a hill to climb here.
di sana.
They're down by 16 points. Hong Kong very much in the ascendancy. But we've already seen that Tsunami do have points in them. They do have players who can create things. So it's up to them in the second half. So Nani gets on the way in the second half. Trying to chase down the Hong Kong Chinese Dragons. And immediately that's a great start for them. So they're not mucking around. They know what they need to do. They need points and they need them now. Looking for an offload, can't get it off. The ball spills out. Play on, says the ref. The Hong Kong have got the Hong Kong Dragons got the ball. They're right on their own try line and being penalised. So an even better opportunity now for Tsunami against Hong Kong China. 5 metres out. Going out. Hong Kong up there in defence. That's a good tackle. The ball's been offloaded. It's come off the boot. But it's play on. It's gone straight to a Hong Kong Chinese player. That looks like a knock on. And so Hong Kong will play on. And they're looking for space. And the ball's... It's a bit sloppy this period of play. And the ball's gone right back into the in-goal area. The ref will go back to the knock on. So it just came off a Tsunami hand as he was coming into tackle. Nothing intentional there, but it is a knock on. No, is he? Yep, it's a knock on. Okay, deep in their own half, Hong Kong China Dragons looking to get out. Looking for an exit strategy. They do have a breeze behind them. It'll be interesting to see if they have a kick here. Big push. The ball spills out and the penalties. Given the penalty, that's helpful for the Hong Kong Chinese Dragons. Not so much for the Tsunami. Time is ticking away for them. Another line out opportunity here. Yeah, should get this line out together. Tidy it up. Now they ended up with the ball, Tsunami. Now here's opportunity. Oh, it's a knock on. Referee has called it back. He saw a little knock on in there. Looked for a moment there we might see some counter attack from the local boys, but the referee spotted a knock on. It's been a very stop-start second half. This is not what Tsunami was looking for. Plays well for Hong Kong Chinese Dragons, but not for the Tsunami. All right, here we go. Crisp hands. Inside ball to go here, and it works. Another inside ball, and they're finding room. The cover defence is there. Hong Kong still very much. They're going to go down the blind. Steps inside, comes back out, keeping this ball alive. Keeps going, one-handed. good pass, goes to ground, ends up Tsunami with it. They've got to make something happen very quick. It's a knock on. So you've got 3.5 minutes here to make something happen. It's very much working against Tsunami. These stops, these starts, these knock-ons, etc. Hong Kong, they just need to continue to plug away. All right, the clock is still ticking away. Short arm penalty. Now Tsunami get a have a run. Looking around, looking for options. A little bit of desperation here. They are well behind by at least 3 scores. And the penalty has gone the way of the Dragons. They could seal it right here, right now. Going down that blind. Going for the line. He's going to get there. Yes, he will. That's a try. Well done. So a quick tap. And just working down that blind side. Found the overlap. Good clean pair of heels by the winger. Found his way across the line. And that will probably do it for this game, at least as far as the score is concerned. Hong Kong Chinese Dragons are now off to a 21-point lead. Could be 23 points. Oh yes, very good kick. So 27-5, it's a 22-point lead. Tsunami now just need to get their hands on the ball once again and try to make something happen. This is just a quick tap, just a bit of footwork, just tired defence at this point. And that's a try into the corner. Good finish by the young man on the wing. So knock on there. It will go to Tsunami. This is their chance to finish this game on a positive note with a try. This second half hasn't worked out the way that they would have wanted. Very stop-starts, lots of scrums and line-outs, and they just haven't been able to get the kind of momentum and play the type of game I think they want to play. Certainly lots of skill and there's lots of pace out there. Just hasn't been able to be unleashed in this second half. Ball spills out. Referee gives Tsunami the opportunity. They take the quick tap. Kind of go back. You feel the frustration, can't you? You can see the frustration. You can feel the frustration. One-on-one. Here we go. Bit of pace from the young man. There's Hong Kong jerseys there, though. One more roll of the dice. Up the middle. There's a couple of players on the ground, so there's got to be some overlap there, but the ball's been knocked on. And the referee will say enough's enough. It's been a convincing win by the Hong Kong Chinese Dragons. Tsunami just didn't get the roll on that they needed. Clinical and taking their opportunities, Hong Kong Chinese Dragons have seen them win this game 28 points to 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the conclusion of a Pool B match between SSTMI Tsunami and the Hong Kong China Dragons. The unofficial score at full time, SSTMI Tsunami 5, Hong Kong.
So we take a look here at
China
the opportunities created here in the first half. It's one of my favourite tries, to be honest, so far the tournament. I just love the chicken chase. I love the initiative the young man took. I love his spatial awareness. That was the only try they scored during the game. It was a good one, but it was Hong Kong who had all the answers in the end, keeping the ball alive, taking the opportunities that presented themselves. Very clinical. That's what we kind of expected, to be honest. They're a team that takes their rugby very seriously, the Hong Kong Chinese Dragons. And in the end, they ran away with it by 28 points to 5. I do believe this may be our last game of the day. The Royal Town Warriors, who are also a local Malaysian team, are up against all for one. And if my understanding is correct, they are a Thai team. So Thailand versus Malaysia to finish off the day. It's rugby. It's been a good day's rugby. A couple of hours just to get you excited about what's going to happen tomorrow. Royal Town there in the blue and white, all for one, the green and the star. There's the Royal Town boys there. You can see they're confident. They're feeling good.
Game, which is a Pool B match between the Royal Town Warriors
The Royal Town will kick off.
of Thailand. Correction, against the Royal Town Warriors of Selangor, who are donned in their blue and white jerseys, and against All for One from Thailand, who are donned in their green jerseys.
So kick off. Well, it's a good one. It's a great one if you're Royal Town, and they're going to score within the first 7 seconds. They've scored a try. Royal Town Warriors have scored a try in the first 7 seconds. It was a tricky kick. You could see that they set themselves for it, all for one, but the ball just faded away from them and got away from them, and right on the spot, Royal Town Warriors score their first try. The Malaysian boys get the game underway with a try. I'll be a bit shell-shocked, I'd imagine, the Royal Town guys. Let's take a look at this again. So there's the kickoff. You see they get themselves set, and right at the last minute, the wind just takes it away. Royal Town are Johnny on the spot, and they score one of the fastest tries you will ever see in a game of sevens. They'll try it again. This time the ball goes back and hits the ground again, and Royal Town are onto it. It's Groundhog Day. They're going to score. They're just popping the ball up. The try line is there, and they're going to score. All for one just cannot contain that kick, and for the second time in a row, it's been seized on by Royal Town, and they've got their second try in a matter of seconds. Unbelievable. And in the blink of an eye, we have a 14-0 scoreline. Well, at least All for One have plenty of time to get back into this. They're shell-shocked. They don't know what to think. Let's take a look at this again. The ball just, again, hits the ground, and it's anyone's from there. And, you know, Royal Town are just coming through in numbers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can we see it again? Surely not. This would be some kind of record. Oh no, they've got the ball again. They're going for the try line. This time they've actually tackled them, but they're going to score again, I think. They're so close to the line. It's a try. It is Groundhog Day in Sandakan, Sabah, because we have seen almost a direct replay of 3 tries exactly the same. Unbelievable. I've never seen that in all my life. Has anyone ever seen that in all their life? Someone's got to hand that into World Rugby or something. Here it is again. They're going to have nightmares, All for One. They're going to have nightmares when they go to bed tonight about these kickoffs. Because you have to admit, Royal Town have just nailed it. They have just nailed the kickoff. They got it completely right every time, following through 4 in a row. No. Surely not. It's gone all the way. It's gone all the way. They've taken the breeze, and they've decided pretty much to break the sequence themselves. All for One. They got the ball. 21-0. Unbelievable. I don't believe it. So here we go. Now's their chance to show them what they got. They're going to kick it too. Why not? Kicking seems to be the way to go. And this time it's Royal Town's chance to spill it. But they've somehow cleaned up, and they're on the warpath again. They're on the warpath again. Oh, they've dropped it. I mean, there's plenty of time. There is plenty of time in the game because these tries have come so quickly, just so quickly. There is plenty of time for all for one, the boys from Thailand, to get this ball in their hand and score a couple of tries themselves. That's what they need to be saying to themselves. They look a bit, their body language isn't all that great, to be honest. They're a little bit dejected. You don't really blame them, but if they can pick themselves up, they can score some tries. There's plenty of time in this game. Big push there from Royal Town. All for one. Coming around. Defenders are there. Oh, monstering them there. They're a big lot of boy, the Royal Town. They must be said. They're not small by any means. But Thailand have got some skills, I think, and we just got to see them on display. This is their chance. They're not committing anyone to the ruck, Royal Town. So looking to strip them out there. Need to be going forward. That's the way they need to be going. A little bit of conviction here from the Thai boys. And here we go. Oh, the kick's been charged down, picked up. Royal Town have it again, and here they go, setting up off field, pops the ball up, more in a hope than anything else. But why not? It's been working so far the game. The kicking ahead. Here's some football skills for you all. Here they go. All he needs is a good bounce. Will he get it? He does. He scores. Even that try had some resemblance to the first three in that the ball hits the ground. And it must be said, I don't think this is a fluke. You know, every time the ball hits the ground, Royal Town come through like bulls out of the gate. And they are keen, and they've got the skills, and they're making the most of it. All right, there's a bit of, you could say, well, I've missed a couple of kicks, have the awful ones, and, all right, a bit unlucky, but it gets to a point where you just have to think, well, Royal Town are just on the ball, and they're sharp, and they're turning these half chances into opportunities. Let's take a look at this. The break's made. He just throws that ball up in the air. Knocked on, or knocked back, sorry, I should say, by all for one. And again, there they are. Keeping their eye on the ball, following through, getting the ball, scoring a try. Here's one more of those dreaded kickoffs. This time they're going to the other side to see if they can get the same luck too. Well done, well taken. Steps inside. Now there's some room to move. Oh, an offload there would have been interesting, but he takes it into contact and then knocks it on. One more chance here for the Royal Town boys to make hay while the sun shines. They've been dominant. There's no doubts about it. The scoreboard clearly shows it. They look impressive. Straight to ground. Back up again. Ball's been dropped, I think. Here we go. One more go. All for one. Can they pull this scoreline in a little bit before half time? Can they get themselves? That's nice footwork. Chips it inside. Cleaned up. Picked up there by Royal Town, but he's off his feet. He's gone in off his feet. So here's one more chance for the Thai boys. They've got to believe in themselves. They've got to believe in themselves. Play with some conviction, boys. Get in there. Oh, there's the opportunity. Some good footwork. Good footwork again. Inside. There's the try line. You can see the try line right in front of him. Puts his head back and he scores. So that's what we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen. All for one, get an opportunity. They use some great footwork on the line. They use some great initiative and they find their way to the try line. If they kick this, well, they're back in the game somewhat, I think. It's good to go into half-time on a try. I suggest this kick is reasonably important.
Today's match, this is the 8th match and it will be the last match for today. Action will continue tomorrow at 9:30, so please.
So it has been kicked. It is now a 21-point ball game. It's still a significant hill to climb for all for one, but they are back in the game. They've had a taste of it. They know what to do. A bit of a revving half time. Bit of work input from the coach. Anything can happen in a game of rugby.
Ladies and gentlemen, the unofficial score at half-time, Royal Town Warriors 21, All for 1, 7.
Should we take a look at this? Just how this all worked out. Unbelievable what happened. This is probably the better of the two tries. You can see those beautiful football skills there. On the toe, just gorgeous. There's a real sense of anticipation about these tries. But All for One did show, you know, you can see they want to play this type of rugby. They want to play, you know, fast feet, fast moving, making it happen, and they did. So they're not completely out of it yet. They've got to believe. They're going to be saying to themselves after time, if they can put on 28 points, half, we can put 28 points on in half.
A success year in and year out. Kupi FM, thank you very much. Please do your part and give a lot more exposure to this tournament. Thank you.
An imposing lineup, to be honest. The Royal Town, a lot of strength, a lot of pace, a lot of power. It's really, this is a game of power versus footwork, agility, speed. Fascinating contest. And off we go. Let's use that breeze, boys. Let's use that breeze, they say to themselves. But Royal Town have learnt their lesson, and they've got this ball, and this time they're turning the kicks into another try-scored opportunity for them. Looking to go wide. So one-on-one, but the ball's been dropped. So this is what All for One have been looking for. The Thai boys needed this mistake. They needed something to get them going in this second half. They'll get this scrum. They've got lots of room out there to move, and that's what they need. So agility is their game. Speed is their game. And they've got lots of room to be able to demonstrate some of that. Big push. But here we go. Looking to get outside. There's a wrap, a run round. There's the player. Inside, outside. They're clinging on now, Royal Town. All for One are coming through. They're going down a very short blind side. Kicks ahead. Why not? Oh, is that a try? Referee's right on the spot. I'm not sure what he's calling there. Let's take a look. Goes inside the ball. It's gone backwards. I think it's gone backwards. Oh, I think Royal Town have just grounded it. I think they've just... It's hard to tell from that angle. But the referee, that's his call. So he's placed it in goal. The game is still on for All for One. These are contested scrums. Out they go. Looking to get the man into space. One-on-one. It's pace versus power. Look, inside ball. It's trying. You can see the try line. He's trying to make room. He's been lifted. His knees have hit the ground, so he's going to have to let him go to play it. What's his options? He's running around. The ball's been dropped. Royal Town have picked it up, and now they're going to turn defence into attack. Counter-attacking Rugby on the menu now. And now they've got the penalty to add insult into injury. So they're going to go for this kick against the wind, it must be said. Pretty brave. He's gone for distance, I think. I think that's quite deliberate to go on downfield. What's his options? He's looking around. I think he's thinking about kicking. Instead, he's gone for the man down the wing. He's looking for room. He's going to kick it. Now here they come. Here comes Royal Town again. This is their forte, picking up. They've got it. And now they're looking for opportunities. Inside ball. Some fancy footwork of their own here. Oh, just gets in there.
Slow down.
Here they go. The big man winding up. Don't argue. Finds his way heading towards the 22. The ball's gone loose and it's been picked up, but it's a penalty.
Boys, slow down.
He's a hard man to pull down. He's a big unit. Taking their time now. Royal Town. They've got this game well in hand, you'd think, at this moment in time. You see that big, don't argue, the unit. That's what we like to see in a game of rugby, isn't it? Sevens are still like to see a bit of physicality. Bit of physicality like that. So lining up for a killer blow here, Royal Town. Try here would definitely finish this game off. Short throw, contested there by Thailand, but it comes back to Royal Town. Yep, bad pass, but good composure just to put it on the foot. Wrap around, simple wrap around. He's going to go for it, he is. Well done, great tackle, great covering tackle. Took him on, came across, put him into touch. Probably the wrong side of the field, but a very good effort indeed. Take a look at this. The little wrap. Thought they made the overlap. He looked like for a quick second there he had him, but wonderful work. I think it's been the highlight of the day. Has been some of the covering tackles, some of the desperation stuff in defence. Although having said that's the highlight of the day, I don't think I'm ever going to forget those 3 tries from 3 kickoffs consecutively. That's almost freaky. So the injury coming off, the injury to both teams. We'll hold this game up a little bit. 1 minute to go. Substitutes have come on. It's a throw in to the Thai boys, but it's a long way from home. Very long way from home. Well taken. Good line out. Held up. Ball spilled out the back. One more chance for Royal Town. Well, maybe a wonderful try from behind the own try line for all for one. A length of the field. Try beckons here for the team in green. Going through the hands. Off he goes. Taking on the defence. Where's his inside support? Another great covering tackle. Recycling is good. Yeah, counter-attacking is on with Royal Town. They would love to finish this with a try. It started also badly for All for Town, but they can finish well. That's in their control. That's the full-time siren. They're running out of ideas at the moment. The referee gives them a penalty. Got to take it on the spot. They want to scrum. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough tactic. So the idea, I guess, is to try to, use their pace and their skill and their obvious advantages against some of the bigger Royal Town boys. Get them into a scrum. See if they can burn them with pace. It's not a bad tactic. In they go, out that goes. A bit of a floaty pass, but they're going to give it a red hot go nonetheless. Here they go, all for one. Plenty of defence now come across. The ball's being dropped, spills around. The referee has said, time's up. And so what started as an absolutely remarkable game of rugby, 3 tries from 3 kickoffs, has finished rather subdued, but I don't think anyone here is going to forget that start. It's Royal Town Warriors who made the most of their opportunities, showed a great deal of anticipation and started out of block so quickly to win this game over all for one from Thailand, 28 points to 7. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will wrap up today's play here at the Borneo Sevens. It's been a wonderful day's play. We've had a couple of girls' games, a couple of guys' games, and seen some wonderful rugby. What more is in store for us tomorrow? Time will tell, but if what we've seen is any indication of what we've got to expect tomorrow, it's going to be a great day's rugby. So I hope to see you all tomorrow morning, everybody, bright and early, tuned in from wherever you are in the world, and join us here, the Borneo Sevens. This is what you've got to look forward to. I don't know if we're going to see this again, but this is the kind of stuff you've got to look forward to. Some enterprising rugby, some opportunist rugby, some keen players. This is what it's all about. Before we sign off, we have to look at this, because I don't think you're going to see this again in your lifetime. Just 3 tries in the first, I reckon it was 20 seconds of game time. 20 seconds of game time. Look at that. Just on it happened. Boom, boom, boom. And it ended up being the difference. The 21 points ended up being the difference. 21 points scored here won them the game. This is, again, Royal Town just taking their opportunities as they presented them. There's some great football skills here. The ball just popped up nicely, rewarded them. And, of course, All for One got their try. Could have been a blueprint for how they play the rest of the game. They couldn't quite pull it off in that one. You'll see what they're like tomorrow. I'm sure we can see a lot more of this pace and agility tomorrow. So both teams shaking hands in the spirit of rugby. I think I might sign off properly this time. I might sign off properly because it has been a wonderful day's rugby and there's so much more to look forward to. There are the results, some big ones, some little ones, some tight games, some blowouts. We will see the cream come to the top tomorrow. Some very competitive rugby tomorrow and on Sunday. Until then, this is Jason Bray signing off here for the Borneo Sevens at Sandakan, Sabah, Malaysia, home